We tell ourselves stories all the time inside our mind. Let's say we could take a pill and then our mind would stop telling us stuff. Then nobody would have a self-confidence issue. So it's all about what story we tell ourselves. But because of our upbringing, our conditioning, we are so focused if we are doing the so-called right thing or not the right thing, and if we live up to the expectation that has been set from the outside, which has become internalized into our inner dialogue. So instead of the normal way of working with self-confidence is trying to tell ourselves better stories. Make a list of everything you know you're good at. Make a list of everything you know that people have acknowledged you for. But it's really, really hard to override or speak louder or change this internal dialogue. It's kind of like you have this internal dialogue all the time, then you have to speak louder, scream louder. There's these things called affirmations where you keep repeating again, I'm good at this, I'm good enough, I can do it, all these things to override this internal voice. But what is so much better, not that it's extremely easy, but it's so much more directly at the cause, is to actually start noticing. And I've talked about this at other videos on this site. Start noticing, what is my inner dialogue? What do I keep telling myself? There's this old song, I don't remember who wrote it and I can't sing, but the lyric is something like, anywhere you go, you always bring the weather with you. And I'm sure that that's what they're talking about. It doesn't matter what people say outside to me, how the weather is. If I keep telling me bad stuff about myself, reminding me all the mistakes I've been making and that I'm not good enough and I should have been doing this or I should do that, then I bring the weather with me. So you can try to create better weather from the outside or from the inside, or you can actually start noticing, what am I telling myself? Just notice, I felt really bad when he looked at me or when he said this to me. And then notice, what did that remind me of? I always tell people that I can't really hurt you or I can't really make you mad, but I can trigger you. I can say something to start your inner dialogue so you become hurt or become mad. Like for my kids, they say, oh, I'm afraid to say this because I'll hurt her or make her mad. I always say that, well, of course you should think about how you interact with other people, and you should know that you can't make them sad. If you say something like, if I say to somebody that they made a mistake and they're full of self-confidence and self-worth, then they will just say, and they will kind of think about, do I agree or don't I agree? If they agree, you'll say, thank you for the feedback, and they can change it if they want to. If they don't agree, they'll just say, well, I don't agree with that. But if they have an issue around that, then the whole inner dialogue starts and they are reminded of all the things they've done bad and all the things they've been during their upbringing they've been, disciplined about and all this stuff. So bottom line is that self-confidence, you can try to override what you're already telling yourself, or you can start noticing what you are telling yourself, which will slowly but surely will start to minimize it, because I'll say some more, because what is inside your inner dialogue is typically something that came into your head when you were very young, and then when you start noticing that and you are like, I am 50, then if I keep noticing it, I will realize that's not true anymore. I'm not dropping stuff all the time, or whatever my parents said to me. I'm not doing that anymore. So if I notice that's what makes me sad or feel like I don't have self-confidence, then it will slowly but surely go away.